So see, today we're going to look over the now still we are going in the function, advance of the function. So we had seen how to call the function, arrow function, then how to declare the function in the form of variable, means different types. Okay, then how we can call. We already seen how to means what is the use of this operator, this keyword. Okay, so next is the call, bind, and apply. These three things in interview they are asking. Call, bind, apply. It's together we are telling like that. So just one second. Constructor, that's fine. Yeah. So what is call? Means what means call? It means call is a method actually. Okay. So that's why we are writing call within the parenthesis. So what is it actually? So okay. So just we will look over the examples and after that we will get what is this actually. So first method reuse means with the help of call we can reuse the method. So with the call method you can write a method that can be used on different object, means we can write method one time but we can reuse on the different types of object. All functions are method. What means this? In JavaScript all functions are object method. In Java, in a function, if a function is not a method of JavaScript object, it is a function of the global object. Already we know that if anything means anything we are getting that is from the global, means all are the member of global. Like you can tell everything came from the parent side. So if some methods is not available in the locally, then sure maybe it will be available in the global side. So we will take one examples and we will look over that. So see what we had done here. Here we created one object that is my object, and in the my object what are the things available? First name, last name, full name, that is a method because that's we written function. You can tell that function. So full name is a function where it returning this dot first name or this dot last name. So this is common because same way we are doing normally. There is no any changes like call back, call, apply, bind, anything, no any changes in this thing. So this way actually we are calling our normal. And see what we got the output. So is any output came? Yeah. So John and Doi came because we had call my object means this object, and after that we call the full name, that is a function. So we call the full name, but when it came inside the object, then it become the property or method. So like that, so it become method. So next, so we will use with the help of, so what is written here, this example creates an object with three property. We had seen that first name, last name and full name, and full name property is a method because here this is written in the function, and inside the object when you writing any function that become a method type. Okay, so this method, and this method gone and call that means the full name with the normal. There is no any apply or call anything. We don't know that thing still. Next, this keyword same whatever we had, we know. Like in JavaScript definition, this refers to the owner of the function. Correct. In the above example, this is the person object, and that owns the full name of the function. Like you can look over here what we had done. Here we trying to get first name and last name. Suppose that I will not take this, then what will happen? Just see. If we not taken this, means now first name and last name is there. So it will search first name and last name value line number 5 inside the method itself. Which method? That full name method. Inside this method, it will search both parameter. Whether it will got or not, it's not the matter, but it will search. So let's check our output, what we got. So see, what is written? First name is not defined at object dot full name. Means when it searched the object dot full name and it trying to search inside here, but it not get. But yeah, suppose if we will pass first name, sorry, you want to make local variable. Okay, so you can do one thing. Okay, first name and remove this one. Variable is same, that's why it's automatic detecting that value. And let's check whether by this way we can pass or not. Sorry, not comma, that will be semicolon. Last name equal to something we taken. Let's see whether we getting output. So we got the output because there is no any this. So it will search inside this scope itself. But when we not want to refer this variable, which one we want to refer? We want to refer outside. That time what we will do? We will add here this dot. Okay, now this dot means it will search this value, means this first name value from where? The owner of the method. And who is the owner? So my object become the owner, so it will search in the globally outside. So now check what we got. So we getting John because we had taken this value from the owner of the object with the help of this keyword. Okay, and second, last name be taken inside the function, inside the method itself. But we can do one more thing. We can cross verify whether it's correct or not. So press the control key and put the cursor over first name. Okay, and just press this. Where it's highlighting, it blinking line number 2. Means this dot first name it referring to the globally object. Second, last name. Put the cursor over here and just try. We not getting. Okay, do one thing. Just declare this one. Without a declaration, that's why we not getting that one. Now save and check. Put the cursor. Now we got that last name. Means suppose if you had not declared like any data type, that time you will not get that type of intelligence. Okay, so if you want that type, then you can go with the which one, declaration, then only you will get. Okay, so what we done here, we trying to access the both parameter, means both value from the globally also and from inside also. Now come to our topic. Okay, so here what means this? This means refer to the owner of the function. So who is the owner? Owner was the object. Next, in our example, this is the person object. This is the person object. Person object that owns the full name function. Okay, in other words, this first name means the first name property of this object. We already know this thing, not required much more. Okay, next, JavaScript call method. So now we will try to get the data with the help of a call method. Let's comment this line. Okay, now with the help of call method. Okay. So what means this? The call method is a predefined JavaScript method. It can be used to invoke or call a method with the owner object as an argument or parameter. Means the owner of the method we will pass inside the parameter. Okay. And next, with a call, an object can use a method belonging to the another object. Means with the help of call we can we can use or we can call, you can tell that call, we can call the method which is not belonging to the parent or self, it belonging to another's one. From that means it belonging to another, that also we can get, we can access. So in this example, let's look over here. So what is happening here? So here const person, there is one object, correct? Because this is look like object and we had declared that with the help of const. So const person equal to, and there is one method function, and there we are accessing first name, last name, whatever is there. Second, const person one, here we are passing the data. Second, const person 2. Here again we are passing the data. Means this both data we will pass where? With this method. And be trying to access which one? Person dot full name. Person dot full name. Person dot full name is where? This one. So as on the top we had access already person dot full name. This one. So the same thing we will do here, and we will try to access that person dot full name. So what are we going to do? So person dot full name. But when we are trying to access, what we are doing, we are passing the data, means argument. See that my function, we are passing here which data? That object. How we are passing? We are passing like a argument. So here we had written person one dot call, and then it will access the data. Let's look over the output. We'll assign to one variable, let result equal to, okay, and console.log result and save. Now look over. So what we got? We got John and Doy. Let's change the name, Mohan. Okay, we got Mohan. Next, Mary is there. Let's change this. Now pass this value. Second one, 2. Save. We got Mary. What we done here? Go quickly one time. What we done? We had written one method, means we had written one object, and inside that object, two means inside the object there is one method, that is full name, and in full name we are passing the value, this dot first name, this dot last name. Do one thing. Let me check. Oh, let me do one thing here. What we will do, we will not use a call. Okay. And now, but we want to access this for person dot full name. Now just tell me which one means this dot first name is there and this dot last name is there. Which one will call? Any idea? Means in the output, which will come as the output? This dot first name. Let's say do one thing. Click this by control. We are not getting because declaration. Let's check the output first, then we will. What happened? It's given undefined because now it's not triggering anyone. Let's do one thing. Pass here let. No, it will not take. Actually, that is variable. Key and value pair. That's why. Okay. So now we are getting undefined because we had declared the data outside. We return the function inside, and now I want to access this object means person one and person two. We want to use their value where inside the function. But when we use the normal like person dot full name like this type, when we are trying to access, it's not giving. So what we had done, we had used person dot full name. With the help of this, we are going to access the method which is available in line number 16. And after that we want to pass data or object value. So you can tell object value to that function with the help of parameter. So how we will pass? We will pass with the help of a call, means as an argument. So as argument, we going to pass with the help of call method. So here what we had done, we had written call and after that we passed the argument. And call, due to this call itself, what happened? It can access the data. It can access the data here. But suppose this thing you will do with normal parameter type of function. What you will do? You will pass here function, then you will access here like that way. See, that also we can look. 1 second. So here what happened when we not passed here call dot full name, what output was there? Output was undefined. Undefined. Now we will write one thing here. Suppose we not want to use call method. Let's see whether we can or not. I have not idea whether we can or not. So what we will do, I will remove this call, remove this also. Then we had passed person two. How to receive person two here? Maybe with the help of arguments we can. Let's see what is giving console.log arguments and let's. So we got here. Sorry. Okay. So what happened here? We had passed. Yeah, we getting undefined because we are not accessing that data, means arguments. That's why. So what happened here? We had passed means as like a parameter type of argument, a default argument or parameter argument. So we passed one argument. So here we had passed person two, and then we are accessing, and here we are receiving with the help of argument like this way. But means this becomes somewhat tedious task because here you taken this argument, then you will receive this value argument dot first name, argument dot last name, like that way. Correct or not? So if you want first name and last name, you will do that argument dot first name. Let's say we got Mary, and then comma and arguments dot last name. Let's say So we got Mary and Doy. This becomes somewhat tedious task. The same thing we can do with the help of which one? Just passing, just by using call method. Let's comment this line and come to our one. So without call we had done, and now we going to look over with the help of call. So what we had done here, that is that, yeah. Okay, so what we done here, we had written one function, sorry, we had written one object, and inside object we had written one method, that is full name, and then we have two object, person1, person2, and we are, why to give an error, undefined, comment this line. Okay, and here we are going to access that person dot full name dot call, and with the help of call we are passing that data person2. Now see, when we pass the person2, we no need to pass here any argument, because for accessing the data with the help of a call automatic, it will get that this dot first name, it will refer to which one, person2. Directly he will get access that this dot first name, this belonging to person2. Suppose that when we will pass person1, it will automatically get, when we will pass inside person1 here, it will automatically get this one, means this dot first name belonging to person1, means whatever argument or whatever data you will pass here in the form of argument, this will belong to their parents, not globally anything. So this will belong to their parents. So which parent? Like person1. So this keyword will belong to person1. Person2. So this keyword will belong to person2. Like that, it will auto detect with the help of a call method. Have you got any idea or not? Is it clear? Hello.
So yes, sir.
Clear? Okay. So that was actually call. Suppose that when we not want to use call, then what happen? We can access like this way also, where we had done. Yeah. Argument, then argument dot first name, argument dot last name. This become tedious message type. In place of that, it's become simple. When you are using just a call method, and when you pass the argument, it auto detect this dot first name, which means when you pass person2, it will auto detect that person2 and this dot first name, means this dot first name, it belong to person2. This dot first name, person1 is there, suppose in argument, it will belong to person1. So it get auto detect that one. So this become helpful while passing multiple object. Okay, let's look over here. Yeah, one time more go through the definitions what we had read first time. So the call method is a predefined JavaScript method. It can be used to call or invoke a method with an honor object as an argument. Now see that here itself. Honor honor object as an argument or parameter. Here we are passing that person1, person2, and invoke or call a method. So whose method? Means the person1 method. Whatever data is there, it will take that. And with a call, an object can use a method belonging to another object. Means see here, this is one object, this is another object, this is another object. How we telling object? Because the curly braces. Okay, so this three object, and what is written? An object can be used a method belonging to another object. Now see, this is the one method and this is one object, and this method, or otherwise you can tell this one person1, because anyway we are calling person2 or person1, means this method going to use whose property, whose method? This going to use the person method, because the person having the first name, full name, whatever is there, full name. So this person2, it going to use this method, means the object belonging to another one, not belonging to there, means it will access with the help of call. We can access the method which is belonging to another object. Clear? So this was the concept of actually call. And here in the, already you seen that how we are passing that value. So call method with argument, already we had seen. Okay, so this becomes some another example, but it's become now it's simple because we already seen what is difference. See, be clear regarding these all topics because these all topics are too important. When you attending interview, these are arguments argument. Sorry. Okay. So what we're going to do now? We are previously we had passed only one argument, like person one, person two. This thing we are passing. But now we will pass another argument. Another argument in the sense person is there, and inside person one method is there that is full name. But here we had written city and country, two more argument. And next person one be passing one data means object. And now see person one is there and some more data is there like city and country. Suppose that here we going to write Karnataka, Karnataka, that becomes city. Okay, and where it belonging? It belonging to India. It belonging to India. So what we had done, suppose that when you're not going to use the call method, okay, and if you going to do just normal by passing the argument, we had looked over above that how we can access with the help of a passing argument. Where is that arguments? arg Yeah, so this one, when you passing this argument, so how many argument you will pass, that much argument you will receive. Correct? If you had passed one argument here, then you will receive here one argument in the function. But when we using call method, what is happening here? Let's see. So we had passed person one, okay, and due to person one means total three parameter we are passing here. One is the person one, second is Karnataka, and next is India. Already we know this thing that how to pass three argument, four argument, five argument, anything, and how we can access in the function itself we had seen. So we are passing three argument. If we passed three argument, means we have to receive three argument also. But see that this full name function, what we are doing? We are receiving only two argument there. Why? Because with the help of call, when we return person one, it automatic means it get auto this dot first name, it detect that person one is there. Same thing we had done in the above also. When we are passing just person one with the help of a call method, we are not going to receive this one. We are not going to access here. See that above example. Where it, yeah, without call, this is with call. So see here what we had done, const result. Yeah, this line. Here we are passing below line number 32. Line number 32, we are passing person 2. Okay. But line number 16, function full name is there. We are not receiving any argument. Person 2 we had passed here. If suppose when you going parameter type of function, that time we have to receive that. But here we are not receiving any value in where line number 16 in the full name section. Here we are not receiving any value because with the help of call, it get auto that this dot first name, this dot first name, it will belong to the which one, whatever it going to pass here, person two. If suppose person one, it will belong to person one. But when you pass multiple argument, so what you will do? When you pass multiple argument, you have to receive that because you are passing externally that one. Let's say look over means if there is requirement that we can pass any other argument also, then you can do that. Like we had written two means three argument, but we are going with a call method, so no need to receive this one person one, because this person one, when we are accessing this dot first name, it automatic, it will detect because the person is there. So person belonging to means this dot first name, and this will access the data belonging to person one, not any others. Okay, but when we want any other data, we can pass that separately, means if there is requirement. But same thing we can put with the object also, no need to pass separate. But suppose if there is requirement, it is not that in object we will pass only two value. No, we can pass multiple. Same thing, city and country we can also pass there. But if there is requirement to pass argument from our side, So that situation, what we will do? So we can pass like this, but when you passing like this type, you have to receive this two argument. The same thing we had done. City and country be received. And if you received that two argument, how you will access? So just normal without this, because if you return this keyword, it will search in the function in the parent. So there is no any this keyword means sorry city in the function means in the parent available. So we will access via argument. Got it or not? So is this clear? In the means what is the use of a call method and what is the benefit? Had you got or not?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say do one thing. Whatever data we passed here, country and India, we had now be passed in the argument form. Let it to be passed in the means a direct inside the object itself, means not as a argument. So how we can do? Means suppose we not want to pass the external variable, whatever we had passed inside, we want to access a data directly there. So how we will do? We'll pass those data with the object itself. So let's say do that. Means whatever we had passed country Karnataka, we will pass here itself. Is this correct or not?
Yes, sir.
We'll make there. And next suppose country. So let's say take that country be written here and India, India. Okay. And now if you passing this one, now tell me what are the changes I have to do for accessing this data. Suppose I want to access means if I will execute this code, we will get that country and city everything or not. See that we will get the city and country. Remove this. Is this required city? We are using
No,
call method. We are
no,
using
sir.
call, not required because
No, sir.
we are passing directly by the object form. Okay. So what about this changes? This should be there or not? But if should be there, then which form? How we have to write like that or something changes?
This city and this country, sir, we can add.
Yeah. So here we have to write this because now this city will access means this city will refer to the person object. So here we have to pass this dot. Now save and see. So we got the Karnataka and India because we had passed those data inside the object itself. So no need to when you are passing just object means complete object, no need to receive argument here because we are telling that person one and it belonging to means whatever property they have, first name, last name, these all, it belonging to which one? Person one. So it will auto get that data. No need to write that argument. But yeah, if you want, if there is a requirement to pass argument also, you can pass that. Suppose because when you're doing programming, sure that time you will get like this. So that time you can. It's not an issue. Got it? Or any doubt? So this was actually call method. Hope I think you got the idea. What is call? Next is apply method. See, in interview, actually, they are asking this thing too much. Call, wind, apply. This theory, and it's very simple, nothing is there. Okay, so next is apply method. So what is the apply method? One second. You know how to make this design, this one design? Anyone having idea? what it told, Shivani?
No idea, sir.
See how to make. I'm telling you. Just you can go and insert a table. Where is the table? Yeah. Take 2 cell or 3 cell, whatever you want. Okay. Taken. Now keep this down completely last and click this triple dot here. You will get paint. Take that which color you want. Suppose I want a green color. It came, and this another column. Click this, whatever color you want. Take that down. Suppose you written something. You want to change this color. Then this will be work with the help of this one. Got it? Like this type you can make. If you want one more column in the right side, you can add here. If you want a bold or this, that, whatever, then you can make that also. Like this type, you can make that design. Okay, so apply method. Again, same thing, whatever we had discussed in the case of a call method. Sir, favorite color equal to red. No, actually there is some reason to use the red color. It become highlight while studying. Suddenly it is striking that color that this is the topic. That's why I taken that color. There is no any favorite and this. See, boys have no any favorite color or this, that, nothings. Everything is favorite for boys. Girls having these all things.
No, sir.
Ask other is there. Be not thinking regarding this favorite policy. Girls thinking that when will they will purchase mobile, no, I want this color only. If it is available, then I will take. Otherwise, no. We are thinking money. If money is less, I will take. That's it. Boys have this type of mentality. Okay. Okay, so JavaScript apply method. So again, same concept is there, method reuse. Same thing was there also. So with the apply method, you can write a method that can be used on different object. Okay, JavaScript apply method. Then apply method is similar to the call method as we had discussed in the previous. In this similar, in this example, the full name method of person is applied on the person one. Let's see the examples. How many member is available now?
8, sir.
8.
No, sir. 7, sir.
Who had missed this class, na? That's very good. Because in interview they are asking these all topics. If you will attend at least 5 interview, na, then sure out of 3, sure they will ask this type of this all question. Okay, so what we doing here? Person dot full name equal to apply be written. Okay. So what we done here? We had written person, means we make one object, and inside object we written as usual full name, and then be passing one object person one, and we are using person dot full name because full name method is available to the person object, and after that we used apply and we pass argument person one. Same like call. There is no any changes in this line of code. If you save this, first look over the output. So we got Mary and Doi, same thing. There is no any changes. Now comment this line. Comment this line and go with call. So what we have to make changes? Just here call. See, when you putting the cursor, automatic you will get that method suggestion because this method is available to on, we are getting these methods on the function like call, bind, apply, caller, length, name, these all things. So we going with the call. So let's say call, and after this we have to pass. Let it to we don't pass anything. Let's see what error they are giving. So they given undefined. Why they given undefined? Because we had not told any data here. That means we had not passed any object, and due to that when it's searching this dot first name and this dot last name, they are not getting anything because nothing is there. That's why. But we have to tell which object they have to refer. So we have to tell that person 1, person 2, or whatever you want. So we had passed person 1, but I not want with the help of that. We want with the help of a call. Let's see. So we got Mary Doe. There is no any changes. Both are same type. Then what is the difference between both? Let's look over that. So difference between both is the call method takes argument separately. Means you had just seen that when we was sending call method. 1 second, let comment. Yeah, this line they are telling that when you using call method, you are passing argument separately. Each argument become separate. But when you gone with the apply method will take argument as an array. Means when you writing apply method, in call method you will pass argument separate, but when you will write this with the apply method, you can't pass separately. You have to pass with the array. That is the major difference between call and bind. Sorry, call and apply method both. So comment this first and let's go next. Argument case. So apply method with argument. Yeah, but one thing is there. The apply method is very handy if you want to use an array instead of an argument list. So JavaScript apply method. 1 second. Copy this example. So here what we had done, we written that method again, same thing. Then again the data, but in the argument type, we not using separate. We are passing one array. Let's save and check whether it working or not. So what happened? Oh, we not written console.log. Yeah. So we got John, Doi, Oslo, Norway, whatever data is available there. And these all are the comma separated. So we getting that. Okay. Next, if you want to make this proper, and suppose that we had written apply itself, but we want means let me check whether we can pass separate argument or not. So let's see whether it's working or not. So we passed a separate argument. Save. So what happened? We got error. Create list from array like called on non-object at line number. Means we had passed the data. We trying to pass the argument, but not in the form of a array. So that's why we got the error. But do one thing, just remove this and pass call and save. We got the output because in the method, in the call method, what we will do, we will pass argument separate. But when it is apply, so in the case of apply, you can pass method like array. Maybe now confusing. One trick is there, just see. What is the first letter? First letter is A. That is apply method. And what is the first letter of array? that is A. So this is the trick. This type you can keep in mind. A. So where it will be work? As argument in array form. We already know if you pass the array means data in the form of array in the method in the case of apply, then second was call, and in call it will be separate argument. Okay, do one thing. Now we checked on the call and apply. Now pass same thing. Wait. APPLY apply. Make this array first. Copy this line. This was working. Now we had checked on the apply. Sorry. Now we will check on the call. Let's save. So see, when we passed call method and in call we are passing with array argument. It's accepting means in the case of where is the return? Return is there. It's given one undefined field. Okay, somewhere it's given. Okay, but in the case of call we can pass both things. Means like normal argument and the array form also. Let's go with the apply. And now check what? Remove the array. Okay, so I know that it will give error. And now go with call. Now our data type will be normal. So see in both line what we had done here, array as argument. And what is this here? Here also same thing. Here also array as an argument. What about here? argument argument as SCPARAT. SEPAR is a spelling mistake. And here also be seen argument as separate. Now check on which line you getting error. So we got error where? Line number 35. Line number 35, because apply method it will not take argument as a separate. Here you get the error. In this case we got error. Let's comment this line. Save. In the case of call it will take separate. Means what we observe here, you can write in note that apply method who will take the separate argument and who will take the different argument, means in the form of array. So call and apply both can take argument as array. Okay, call will take, wait, I will write here call. So call takes arguments as a by array and ACPARATEL by separately, means both. But in the case of apply, whether it will take or not? So it will take argument arguments only in the array form. Perfect. So this is the major difference in both case. Is it clear or any doubt? I not thinking that there should be any doubt in this one. Anyone having any doubt? Just please let me know. Now compare with call method. We done these things. Here person one on something data they are passing. Anyone having any doubt? Because we covered that call and bind, call and apply method. No doubt. Okay, fine. Okay, something is there. There it gone. Yeah. So apply method. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. Stimulate a max method on the array. You can find the largest number in a list of the number using the math.max. In the math method, there is one method that's become max. Like suppose 1, 2, 3 is written, and if you want to find the maximum number, so what you will do? You will just do math.max and you will pass 1 to 3. You will got maximum value. Since JavaScript array don't have a max method, already we had seen this. I don't know why it is kept here. In the math, you can apply these math.max method instead. But same thing we can do with the help of apply also. But in the case of apply, you have to pass first as a null, and after that you can pass the array data. See that 1, 2, 3, and the first argument null does not matter. It is not the used. It is not used in this example. These examples will give the same result. Means when you pass the null, it will give the same result. There is no any case. But can we do one more thing? Where is that? Apply method and array. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's comment. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Now see, we had passed the argument inside the array form in the case of apply method. But now you can think one thing, that this becomes somewhat lengthy process. Means when you passing the data, complete data with Okay. Now what we had done, we had passed the data in the form of array here. Oslo, Norway, these all things. Now this look like somewhat tedious because when you have just two data, that's fine. But when you have multiple data in the form of array, now you can imagine this function will be look not good. So what we can do, we can declare this array outside with the help of variable and we can pass that variable. Let's check that. So let data anything just equal to in the form of array. And what we will do now, we will pass that data here. Will it work or not? What are you thinking? Will it work or not? So let's see what happened. We got the output line number 52 because line number 52 because we had not done anything. We had taken the same array data, okay, but we had passed in the form of variable because suppose tomorrow this data become too much lengthy, so this is not a good practice to pass with this function. So it's a good practice that you can assign that array with the some variable and then you can pass that with the where you will pass in the apply method. So that become the simple and it's look good also. So that is the thing, and that was the case like how we can use call and apply method. So now call and apply become clear. That means that got finished. Now you have doubt, then tell me. And in the math, what we were checking, we was using that with the help of apply method, we was passing 1, 2, 3 argument or this, that. Second, what we had done here, we had passed math and 1, 2, 3. Means you can see one thing. First argument in the case of apply, you have to pass anything. It's not the matter that what it should be here. Anything like first case they had passed null. Second case they had passed math. And third case they had passed just empty. Fourth case they had passed just zero. But in all case it was returning three. So when you up using math dot apply method in that situation, you have to first part you have to pass the first argument something. Anything should be there, but it should be. Next, JavaScript strict mode. Same thing we already learned already in the case of a strict mode. Same thing, something is written there. In JavaScript strict method, if the first argument of the apply method is not an object, it becomes the owner of object of the invoked function. In non-strict method, it becomes the global object. Means it's telling regarding when you invoking, okay, and if that is not belong to the owner object, means if they searched, if that is not belonging to the owner object, it will search the globally. Means suppose here this dot first name, if they will try this dot first name, it will search where person one because we are passing person one. If they will search here, if this is not available, then what will happen? What will happen from where it will get? Suppose in the outside somewhere that is written let first name equal to first name equal to Mohan. Something is written there. So when it will search here, it will not available. No issue. It will search in the globally outside. If that is available, it will access that one. That is written. But when in the case of strict mode, we already know how to use a strict mode with the help of use a strict. Anyone having any doubt up to here? First tell me. Then we will move next one. There is that second topic. Object completed function call bind and apply. There is a bind. This is closures. Got missed. Okay. So now we will look over the bind method. Call, bind, and apply. Three things going means continue means the same time. If you attending interview, they will ask the three questions same. Call, bind, and apply. So what it going to do? Bind one, function browsing, function borrowing. With the bind method, the object can borrow a method from the another object. Means if you had written one method or function or anything, it object it will take from the another. Same thing we had seen in the case of call and bind also. We can reuse, but it's going same time. So let's just see that the example below creates a two object, that is person and members. The member object borrows the full name method from the person object. So let's go through the examples first. And okay, so what we had written here, we had written one const person and first name, last name, full name. Okay, next we had written one member, that is again first name, last name. And here what we doing, person dot full name, because we wanted to apply on this person dot full name, this method. So person dot full name dot bind, and inside bind what we had done, we passed member. So due to member, what it will do, it will access. Here we had passed member. So what are the data member have? So member have two field, that is first name and last name. So let's see what output we are getting, whether it giving this dot first name, this one John and Doe, or this dot first name, this one. So let's see that. Here is console.log. Yeah, so what we got here, we got, so be given person dot full name, and due to person dot full name, it access this one. And then we had written bind method, and in bind method we had passed a member. And due to the member keyword, it access this data because we are passing with the member. So return this dot first name. If this data will not there, then it will search this data. Let's comment this line. Remove this member. Now see which one it's giving the output. It given undefined. It not access that one. Because the bind method is there. So it will take means it will search somewhere outside itself. That's why. Okay, preserving this. So sometimes the bind methods can be used to prevent losing this. In the above example, the person object has display a method. In the display method, this refers to the person object. Here we had written this, where is that? This referring to the member part only, not this inside John and Doe. Let's go through the another example. What is written here? First name, then last name something, then display is there. And display that here, what is that? Let x equal to document dot get element by id demo, and then x dot inner html equal to this dot first name and this dot last name. So where it will refer. And see here, we had used person dot display. We had not used any inbuilt method like call, bind, apply, nothing. So in this case, what will happen? This dot first name, it will give to this one itself. Correct or not? It will target that. But when we use the call, bind, apply, any method, those method, so that time it will take from their object, third party object. So when a function is used as a callback, this is lost. We already know in the callback method that this is a means a callback having no not any this available, means they have their not there on this. bind method. Yeah. Bind with callback. Where is that document dot let x equal to document dot get id. Demo is there. Yeah, demo is there. Let's go through that. What is happening? Person dot display. See what happening here? PR is not there. That's why we're not getting this one. Okay. Let's go in the console. Get that data easily. There is x. Okay. Console.log and x. And no, x got initialized before. Second, they're doing actually display function. They done it converted. Oh. X dot inner HTML equal to first name and last name. Okay, let's go there itself. Log last name. Save. Then set timeout. Okay, got it. So see what happened here. So in the callback method, what it's telling in the callback method, this keyword means with callback, this is not working because because this having no callback having no this keyword. So what we had done here, we are using here this dot first name and this dot last name, means this dot first name and last name, it have to refer which one, first name and last name. But what we had done, we had written callback. So how we had written callback and where we will learn that because in the callback topic also, but somewhat we know. So set timeout. This is one method. When it will work, it will work only when the time out become, means whatever duration be given, once that time will be finished, that time that method will call. Like here we had written set timeout, and once the time become out, that time this method will get called person dot display. And in person dot display, and when it will, means when it will get a display, when it will get executed. So here we had written 3000. 3000 means 3000 millisecond. Okay, so once 3000 millisecond, this time is in the form of millisecond actually. So once the 3 second become finished, that time this will get executed. Let's one time verify that callback 3000 callback is taking taking millisecond or second. Function call side to valid what is the function. Something, yeah, 3000 millisecond. So that is the means a milli in the form of millisecond. So once the 3000 millisecond become finished, that time only this function will get execute. Maybe you can't realize, but see, look over the console. Once I will save the data or I will reload the page, automatic this undefined will not work there. And why we getting undefined? Due to this, because callback having no there on means there this keyword working, that's why we getting that data. Okay, so save this and you will not get the result suddenly. Just see, after saving it, wait for the 3000 millisecond, and once that much duration completed, then it get executed. So this is set timeout because time become finished. Set interval means there are different type of method. We will learn this slowly. Set interval means after 3000 millisecond, this will get executed each time. I want to reduce this time because it is too much. See that second time executed, third time I writing 1000 millisecond means after 1000 millisecond automatic this function will get called automatic. We're not going to do anything. See that fifth time, sixth time, seventh, eighth, nine. Okay, so this is the way by which you can call the method. There are different method that you can call at some certain interval in the clock. Actually, when we are designing clock, that time we are using this thing itself. Suppose you want to do the coloring of something. Okay, so you can do that. See, we will write one line of code here. How to write? Get element by id demo. Okay, dot inner html. Let's comment this line. Okay, will not do with this directly. If suppose if you want to do some operation, okay, then you can do that. X dot inner html. Sorry, how to add a style? Document dot get element by id dot style, and then dot a background color or something, background color equal to, but now don't take. Okay, let's take red now, and let's first save. Set interval. So now we not get that function background color equal to red. Why it not called? Let's console to be written. Yeah, hello got printed. Then demo dot style dot background color, because there we had not done anything. Okay, let it to be demo in the body. Class equal to bd, and remove this demo bdy. Happened some mistake. Display function. Okay, cannot read property of full reading a style. Okay, doc function is there. Document dot get element by id dot style dot background color equal to this one. Or something we had done some wrong here. So see, actually, if you want to do, you can calculate, means you can do that. You can call this one, means set time interval method, and you can give some duration here, and on each duration, it will get called automatic. Same thing we had done in the case of clock. When you writing that, when you displaying the time on where that UI part, that time, set time out, set interval, these all functionalities are working. Maybe some mistake happen here, that's why. Okay, let it to be. So where is that? Okay, so bind method solve this problem. In the following example, the bind method is used to bind the person dot display to the person. Means what happened? Just now we had seen when you had written callback method, this line of code. In this case, the callback, in the case of callback, we can't able to access the data with this keyword. Yeah, we was getting undefined on each second. It's giving like 6, 7, 8, like that. Execution means that time method got executed, and but we getting undefined. But this problem got resolved with the help of a bind method. Means once you used a bind method, you can access the data. So what it doing for 1 second with a callback, bind is not there. Yeah, so this will not work inside callback. Okay, now come to the another. So this will not work inside callback. Okay, this will work inside callback using which method? Bind method. Let's see. Okay, so what we done here? We written one person, means that is function, and inside function display method is there, as like previously we had written this dot first name and this everything. Then we are using display method, and we are calling this method. Then we are calling display and this thing. Let's save and see. So previously when we are using just a normal function, not on the console, on the UI it is available. So when we had used this, means without this, it was not working. It was giving you undefined. Let's, you can verify. Let's remove this. Let's save. 1 second. Remove this person. Yeah. Display method. What happened? What we doing wrong here? Person dot display John Doe function let x equal to demo inner HTML this dot first name console, then let display equal to.
When we remove this dot first name, in place of this, we can remove this. We can show undefined.
Okay, 1 second. Here you telling.
There only.
Okay. That time it will, it have to undefine, I think now. Error. First name is not defined. So okay, callback is written there. That's fine. What happened? Set interval, set time out. Okay, fine. Display we had written. Okay, got it. Here we are passing person dot display. Now we are accessing just directly that display method. But anyway, this was actually written. What is changes in that? 1 second. Let me uncomment that above line. Yeah, it given undefined. What is the changes then? Set interval. Okay. Person dot display method it called set timeout. That's fine, not an issue. Return display. This dot first name. Minor some changes is there some there. Okay. But let it to be some changes are there here. Okay, so in this case when we are calling with the help of callback and there is no any bind apply that inbuilt method, so that time we are getting undefined. So same thing we can resolve where with the help of bind. So here we had written 1 second, where we had written here some mistake done. Yeah. So here we had written person dot display and that dot bind. And with the help of bind method, what happened? The issue of that this means access the data of this inside the callback got resolved. So whenever we will use callback method and if there is some requirement to pass the data, so we can go with the this one and then call that bind method. So what is this? All again the same thing came. We already know what is this one. So this type we had covered the three topic. So which one that? Call, bind and apply. So in the call, just to go quick revision. So what was doing in the case of call? What was doing in the call case of apply? And what was doing in the case of bind? So in the case of call, what we were doing? We was passing the object data inside the function call while the function call. But here we was passing argument as separately. Correct?
Yes, sir.
We were
Separator.
passing argument, separate argument. But in the case of apply, call and apply both are similar type. But here we passing argument as a array. Correct? In case of bind, so bind, what is the benefit of bind? It help in accessing this, means it help in accessing the functionality of this. It help in accessing the functionality functionality of this inside when callback. That is the main thing. Okay, it help in accessing the functionality of this inside, sorry, functionality of this inside the callback, because inside callback we can't use this, means we can't access the data with the help of this, but with the help of bind we can access that. So this was the benefit of a call, bind and apply. So keep dot clear over this three concept because this is too important. So whatever pending closures are there, so we will cover the closures tomorrow. It's not an issue. So just one topic is there, closures. This also too important. Means this all four topic, call, bind, apply, closures. These all are two important topic. In an interview, they are asking these all things too much. Closures, if you reach the interview high level, then sure they will touch the question of closures. Okay.